Danganronpa.
I just want a comp game by myself.
Nice. I'll join you later. I'm just finishing up the last chapter of Danganronpa.
What? What? So... Indeed.
Oh my god.
What?
No, just my phone. Vroom, 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 vroom.
I see. And? Why is that?
It's just so much fun.
Because...
No, Mashi.
What? If that's true... Makoto.
My friend? Oh. He might have just got put into another comp game, so we won't hear him for a while. But I met him today. He's really nice.
So... Makoto. So... Anyway... Makoto. In other words... However... I... Why? Whew. Hey. Makoto. So then...
Yeah, it was like the AV room to check it out.
Okay then, are you ready to begin? I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation. So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that? Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word. So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
I mean, why did Sayaka look so tense? I guess this is all a lie in a way, and maybe they're forced to say these things. Well, except from him, he seems completely fine. Toko. You know?
Say what? Too bad.
Failure my ass.
That's right. It would seem... Hey.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Well, and I'm right next to it as well. Yeah, I was like considering you're in the room right next to it, Makoto.
Makoto. Listen. However...
You called for me and so... Oh, I'm on fire! Yes! My beautiful scissors!
Whew.
Well now. Thrills, chills, kills!
That's fine.
How strange. Unbelievable. Today, I'm feeling white.
Stop talking.
You guys.
In the name of my
Hey. However... So...
Chills! Chills! Kills!
Here we go.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me! I'm right, aren't I? I knew it! You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Alright.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you're all out to get me. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind...
No, that's wrong. It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. 'Cause in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Oh my god, it's so precious. How Makoto and Chihiro and Kyoko look, it's cute.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
I guess he's just in game chat or something. Probably. I don't know. No, I'm in party chat because there is no game chat in Danganronpa. So, he's probably in a game.
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
Give me a minute.
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh my god, Mondo's wearing a Speedo. And then Sayaka and Kyoko with their ponytails. That's so cute! Yeah.
Can you just forget about the photo already?
What? No, Danganronpa.
Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
Amnesia.
Now I understand. Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah! We all lost our memories? That's just crazy!
Why is Tina crying? Wait a second. No. No.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember.
I'm on round 5. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually,
Like
we
it's
all
6-4.
said we
It's
could.
just a minute, like.
Even I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest
dang.
of my life at this school.
Is there anyone that's bad at tank?
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even
Bridget
talking
killed
to the
herself.
headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane!
No, yeah,
How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
The Bridget's door.
Really?
Yes.
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie. You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was
Okay, we finally
hypnotism,
won.
would you
We won.
believe
We
me?
won.
Or we
Because the Bridget
opened up
lost,
your
because the Bridget
skulls
was
and
dying.
messed
Oh my
with your
God.
brains? Would you
30
really
was 30,
believe
60
anything
was
I
gold,
said?
32
How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us.
You don't
That's
know
what you're
how
trying to say,
long
right?
that match was. I was in it, like,
I
45
knew
minutes.
I could
Jesus
count on
Christ.
you.
The interview with the headmaster,
Okay,
taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all.
One of the tanks
A
there.
reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Wait. Who's the group leader?
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and
What
get
were
us
they
to all
doing?
kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
Like, you should, like...
It sure does. But
Get
that
rid of
part's
these
still a
tanks, right?
secret. Anyway,
I
I'm
saw
sure
you
it's
making
not
games
easy,
from that
but
match.
let's
That match
all
is so
focus on
long,
the
I
class
seriously
trial
wanna
for the
make it
murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
Am I able to play with them? Because 2,600 tank. What does that mean? Oh, no? I can't? Oh, okay. Oh.
Let me see what was sent.
He doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it. Invite. Pause. You're streaming, Zombie?
Yes.
Oh, Chris. We're going tank. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. What?
Danganronpa.
I thought you were gonna stream Overwatch, but okay. awkward. So how many people are watching?
1 or 2 at the moment.
Are any of them single? And are female? Yeah, cause my friend
Well,
Chris,
the only one that's confirmed watching is a straight guy. So.
Well, Chris, you could shake a little tail and he'll maybe fall for it. Okay. You know what? This is making me uncomfortable because I'm straight too. So, like... Oh, I hate you so much. I should never have said shit.
Know who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is that much.
But when you is the mastermind.
Of course, they have to be here some.
What makes you so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff
I
up.
know, right?
There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time, so there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
SpongeBob is lit. We're not talking about this. We're talking about this.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me.
I blame... What?
Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point.
And second of all, if, yeah, he was the only one to survive an execution, but it was obvious why the execution failed. So I don't understand why they're acting as if he's the new one. Because if he did plan it to kill Kyoko, then why would he have stayed quiet about the lie? He would have let her out and then got her executed, but he didn't. So that shows he's innocent. So I don't understand why they're so paranoid.
Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Big puss for it. I would have killed all of them. You know what? Fuck this bitch.
I mean, you don't have to kill them all. You could just kill one.
No, all of them.
But you can only kill 2 people.
What?
No, one person, if they're to commit a murder, they can only commit at least 2 murders.
No, what? Okay, what happens if they don't commit, if they commit more?
They get executed, making their whole plan.
Well, same. I'd be the next school shooter. Like, kill them all. It'd be easy, too.
But at the same time, wouldn't you shoot yourself?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, at the end, you know what? Yeah, at the end, I just shoot myself. Big how you can't execute me now, huh?
But there's no guns.
Yes, there are guns. How you gonna tell me if there's guns or not?
Because in Danganronpa there are no guns.
Yes, there are guns.
There are not.
Does everybody run around using ninja swords like freaking Leonardo?
Actually, yeah, one murder actually had a sword.
Oh my god. Of course they do.
Yeah, one of the murders was a sword, yeah. It wasn't the fatal, you know, it wasn't the killing weapon, but it was...
You just said you just said one of the murders was the sword, but then you said it wasn't one of the killing ones, so...
No, the sword was used in the murder, but it wasn't the thing that took the person's life.
Oh. That's stupid. What's the point of using a sword if you're not gonna kill anybody with it?
Because, okay, to better explain it, because I don't want to, you know, explain the whole entire freaking murder to you.
That's like buying a huge dodo and only putting it up one hole. Like, you're not getting the full use out of it. Chris, buddy.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
No.
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right? It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago, so they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Except she never got a scratch because she's the ultimate soldier.
Isn't it obvious?
That's
she was
so
the ultimate
stupid.
soldier, right? So that means...
What?
You know...
What's an ultimate soldier?
One of the girls is, she
Why is
happens...
it female and not like a fucking mailbox?
Because when she was little, she ran off from her family and they took her in.
You know how many orphans there are that run away?
Well, this one happened to find a freaking mercenary group.
How do you find them? What type of drugs?
I don't know, but she's the ultimate soldier. And she happened to never get a scratch throughout all the wars she's been through. So the fact that she had an injury is very, 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 like, I don't know.
So she can't get
unlikely
executed.
She's dead. She's been murdered.
The ultimate soldier that survived many wars died to a fucking pixie stick.
Well, I mean, she kind of was stabbed with a bunch of spears.
You're wrong.
She denied me.
Wars. Even
Before
more
I could
swords.
even say anything.
People probably brought kunais and like did some freaking. What's that guy's name? Who does like jujitsus and stuff? Probably some Naruto shit right there.
The guy's name who does jujitsu.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least Listen to what I have to say
It's like
before you
Clone
deny me.
Jiu-Jitsu. That's how, yeah, that's how we should be doing. Then they probably have really corny scenes, and they're like, "Come on, guys, we have to do this. It's our last power or something." And then they go, "Ugh." And they're like,
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
not like do it, but like do
She
it.
must
Not
have
in,
been
like,
in
sexual
100 different battles. So
the ultimate
when
power,
you
and like
think
one person
about it,
dies in the end, it's like, no.
obviously she got all
Kuroto.
those wounds in battle.
Are you
And
finished?
then they speak like extra
You
Japanese
didn't
and
deny
everything.
me
No,
this
shut up.
time, Wimsy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
What the fuck?
Mukuro was the. She must have been. So when you think about it, obviously she got all those.
No, that's wrong. No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's
Yoku clearly
room said as
said
much.
she went through many wars
Despite
without
the time she
getting
spent in
a
battle
scratch
after
on her.
when she entered this
So the
school,
fact that she has
she hadn't
injuries is
sustained
very
a single
unlikely.
injury.
To be denied so completely. Maybe it's because of all of
Chris.
Master's training.
You're coming back at the worst
Anyway,
times, like.
so we can be
did,
sure
like,
that
we
in
were
which
silent
case
for, like, a
they could be
whole,
the
like,
very
2
thing
minutes
that
right
killed her.
there. And then
As a
you come
matter of
back
fact,
when
it's
just-
hard to
just
imagine
to
any
hear
other
flash your
possibility.
tits.
When examining her body,
Like,
I
I
found that her
swear what we're
stomach and
talking
head
about is
wounds
not
came
sexual.
after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I
they're
think we
porn.
can say this with
They both
confidence.
make you money.
The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it. When we found her body in the
I'm
garden,
in a competitive
she'd
deathmatch
already.
right
So
now.
then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Yeah, like am I
If
allowed to say,
Mukuro
like,
had already
nigga,
been
like,
dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it?
I got it. The one who
Wait,
attacked me.
You made
was
me
the
lose a
tr-
friend. Watch. Now
When
he
we
hates
discovered
me.
Mukuro in the garden
Chris.
wearing the same
Forget
mask,
for having black friends, even though I said it first. But you said it with a hard R, so it
I
makes it bad.
naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? You can't really know who was under that mask, the true identity of them.
Yeah, I was like, she didn't have the tattoo.
What the fuck do tattoos have to do with this shit?
Because
I don't know.
Mukuro had a
Last-
tattoo, and the person who attacked him didn't have a tattoo.
You never saw
Slash
their
your tits in the
face,
war. That's how
right?
she didn't get damaged.
So you can't have any
That's
idea
pretty
who
much
was
the basis
under
of
that
it.
mask. I'm
All women
telling
who are
you
watching
now,
the stream right now
it
just
was
slash your
Mukuro Ikusa.
What?
Look, and you won't get shot. That's the whole basis of it. That's why she didn't
Shoot.
get killed.
No,
Yes,
I
you
messed
got-
something up that
You
I
never
couldn't have
saw
messed
their
up.
face,
And then
right?
she
So you
flashed it
can't
to a
have.
gay
I'm
guy, and
telling
the guy
you
was, like,
now,
really offended,
it was
like,
Mukuro
I'm gonna pull all these
Ikusama.
spears
You're
I
wrong.
pulled out of my
Even
ass
without
and
seeing their
stabbed you.
face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is
Well,
it the
technically,
right
it could be
hand?
like a 1v1.
Or the
Yeah,
left hand?
No, I don't want to do that.
Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
That, she's won. Okay.
Wait, if she's turned like this, that would be... Hold up. Oh, crap. Okay, so... Alright. So, it'd be her left hand. Okay. That she had the tattoo.
You never saw their... So you can't have... I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Oh my god.
Shoot!
Oh, is it her right hand? Because
You
didn't
never
see
saw
okay,
it. So you
Can't have... I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? And what is this? Is it the right hand?
to be this one. What?
There's only 2 kills left and we win, but they need 6 kills, and they win. Now all we need is 1 kill. And they still need 6. Yep, we won.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome, Dad. Oh, it's a game? Wait, are you gonna join us in Overwatch?
Hold on, give me a minute.
I mean, you could like continue your stream as we play Overwatch, but...
Shoot!
Are we waiting for...
You never saw their face, so you can't have any idea. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the right or the left hand?
No, that's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you, but what about Kyoko? It totally... Uh-oh! No snappy comeback? Did I score a...
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Yeah, I was like, her hands are burnt.
Your hands!
Don't wait for me.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me. My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those paw positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I...
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure. As long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt.
Then somehow, she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then, she was being stored
But... to hide a body...
It'd be the morgue.
I got it!
What?
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Think about what? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof. I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed that some text had been stamped on one...
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterward.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family. Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Rawr! Better luck next time.
You know,
Punishment is waiting for you. Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about?
No, it's just closer to mine.
I'm not listening.
Not very good at it. I've seen his widow. That's pretty alright. Everything else is just. Why is everybody playing Bridget? I'm not learning Bridget. That's true. I'm not letting her now. Definitely not. People say that Hog isn't like that good. Cause what's the point of having Hog when you have all these other guys that can like already destroy shields? But like that's stupid. I hate like your Overwatch. Like one of the guys said on your Overwatch said that, and that really like annoyed me. Like that's so stupid. Like it's just for the extra damage, so you can do extra damage on the team and just take them out faster. For Hog, like you destroying shields isn't always gonna be just the one priority that you need to focus on. Like, what happens when the shield's just gone?
Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? I'm not listening!
This should prove it. The inconsistency Kyoko's
What are you talking about? What about the light?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Second time I got knocked off the map.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's
she said
simple.
See you when it happened too.
Just
beginner's
That's right.
luck.
Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead
Chris,
body just up and disappeared?
I got it!
And I
The
was
mastermind just...
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
it may very well be.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Yeah. I'm focusing.
I got it!
Oh, you're playing a game?
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
To be honest, I thought, like...
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something
could easily have happened. No, it is what...
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and
nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional. Who?
I have a... No. Honestly?
Is this someone else? Was it Junko and
Leon Kuwata?
Makes you something.
Chihiro Mando Kiyotaka Ishihifumi
Celestia Lu whatever? Or maybe Sakura. Oh, no. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Who is this someone else? Was it
Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
No, that's wrong. Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight.
What?
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
Like shield or armor?
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She took Junko's body and made it look like so Mukuro is still alive.
I want to go Roadhog now that you want to
total silence. Then
I realized, like, how bad Arissa Zarya is. And, like, remember how in Icon Waters I asked that guy if he can play Reinhardt?
The body we
yeah.
found in the garden.
Yeah, I didn't want to go
It
to hard.
wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
So bad.
That's right. She made it look like Junko. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma?
Wait, tomorrow's Sunday or Saturday? You're gonna have school. Then I'm probably gonna have the house all to myself because Dad maybe has work. That was amazing. Honestly, props to you. From this elo. How?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent, right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But...
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
Shot herself.
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very... If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that
it must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your...
I know you gave it your best.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Chris,
You haven't given up already.
The bubble just
have
went to
you,
the Mercy
Makoto?
behind you.
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem? Junko absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right?
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
They're on point. They're on point. Why didn't that?
Oh, Oh crap! I thought it was at random.
Genji, oh my god.
I refuse to give up yet.
Replacement.
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else? That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Yeah.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile.
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? Right when she was,
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched, so maybe the whole idea...
I got it!
I love her.
The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes,
I tried to
from
keep
the
them
moment
back
we
from
first met. If that's when they switched,
So I'm guessing
then they
that was
wouldn't have had to
good
switch at the
choreograph.
moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at
Let's see,
that
go.
point would have already been Mukuro.
Okay.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we
Dude,
first
she's old.
was actually Mukuro all along?
Super triangle, but no one.
then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko,
Getting looped around so much.
and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
I thought we all had like 3 Chris.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, my phone is still blowing up.
Yeah, I told you, I sent you like 200.
Plus, there were the
Yeah,
fake
just do
nails
something.
found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
If she really did use foundation.
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro.
You know
so
the
I'm
penguin from
glad
Gotham,
nobody
Chris?
noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out
that's
who
how I
attacked
walk.
Makoto.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing
But
was
they
a
haven't needed
setup
Black
from the very
Penguin.
beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her
Shut up,
identity.
Bubble.
When did I do that?
Yeah, get that Reaper. Oh my god, he was on the whole time.
Oh crap.
Shoot!
And no one's on payload. I'll be on out. Reaper, oh my god, Widow!
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
And what is
You
Mercy
made
doing
sure I
with her
couldn't finish
pistol?
watching
Like,
the
what are you
video.
doing?
And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
Yo, get on.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke! Better luck next time. Better luck next time.
What you really saw?
Better luck next time. Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up.
Yo, what the fuck?
That's impossible.
Wait. Oh, dang it.
That's impossible.
This should prove it. The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago. When we were all comparing the photos in all the photos, there's a...
What's so unusual?
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu! I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous sin. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Bye.
Here's exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive.
What? Okay, so...
Here's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, she wanted us... So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one
Junko Enoshima.
The real Junko Enoshima! That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Now let me see what you guys been texting. Oh, here comes Junko.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry. I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play. Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face!
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it!
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know. It's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Ugh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means...
You killed your own sister.
You killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties, because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities: atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away.
Also, if they are twins, why do they have different last names? I would say it's because she ran away, and someone might have adopted her named Ikusaba, or like last name Ikusaba or something. Like, you know, that's what I think what happened to Mukuro. You know, since she ran off when she was little, you know, if she was adopted or taken care of by someone, her name would change to Ikusaba, who would be the person taking care of her.
Which is precisely why I killed her.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
Because you're despair.
Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
You're saying I don't
Yeah, it's like
compare to
Genocide
some
Jill
lowly
is just a
beast
second
that can only kill the
personality.
weak,
This chick
right?
has like 5. I've counted like 5 or 6 different personalities.
So I'm hopelessly
We have
attractive,
Queen, we
hopelessly
have
brilliant,
Normal,
hopelessly athletic.
we have Secretary, Cute, and then this,
I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate
and
human.
then Crazy.
No.
So that's 6
I don't think there's
personalities so
anything
far.
perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet?
7.
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. And then we'll have our victory.
Damn straight.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
Yeah, the thing I've noticed is that Mukuro had freckles.
So then,
That's what I noticed.
let me ask you another
Not to
question.
mention, when Mukuro dressed as her as well, she had a bow instead of the red
Did you notice
bear.
that each motive I presented you
Red,
had a
black
specific
bear,
theme
sorry.
to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
You'll see your friends and family again, was it?
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
Secrets.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay!
Yeah,
Look what, I
because
got it right again!
Chihiro's
That time, the
bullying
theme was
and Mondo's brother's death.
embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the...
Was it money? Yeah, agreed. That's
got
what it
it.
was.
It was money, wasn't it?
Yep.
Seek
I was
and
like-
destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
Yeah, I was like, I had trouble remembering Sayaka's and the second one. But I remember Celeste clearly because she wanted the money.
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's...
So nobody else would die? Because she didn't want to murder. Blackmail, secrets, betrayal. Oh no. All three of these are actually like really good to what happened, though. It was betrayal?
I got it!
Yeah. I was
In her
like,
case,
secrets and
it was
betrayal.
betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Because it's like a baby and they haven't given up.
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories.
So that's why she left
so that
the
you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Gonna look all horrible.
The world beyond this. So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
It's gonna be all burnt looking. Oh. My theory has been confirmed. Monokuma has done 9/11.
What the?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
You know, the Buddhist statue, the Paris thing, they're obviously fake.
That world
But alright.
is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial!
What? We haven't been in a... Let me hear what she has to say first before I choose it.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything, this is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Alright, I figured that out. Oh, that makes sense. Genocide Jack
Come on,
is the
bitches.
only one.
Remember or die!
Because she wasn't present when
What
her
a story
memory
when it
was
comes to
taken.
that crazy. I don't understand. What's the meaning of the? Is this another one of your?
I mean, you're telling. What am I supposed to be remembered?
Nobody can remember. No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
You've done it the whole
Toko,
game.
You're the only one we can rely on now.
Dun, da, da, da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Wow, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier?
I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know?
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question! What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
'Cause it's all because of that event.
What is?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is... now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself! Tell us everything you know!
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history! And as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything! That's...
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on! Now you're just being ridiculous!
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Correct! Well done, peasant!
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it! Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer! Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Anyway,
Oh, yeah,
like
you're
I
sick.
was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
Years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed...
How freaking old?
Everyone's so conflicted.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for— Hell no! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome—
Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong.
Because you have notes from classes.
Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you—
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure
out where your memories come apart. That...
Alright, well, I'll finish this at a different time. We are literally almost done. I think we have less than 30 minutes left of this game. Not gonna lie, but I'm super tired, and we'll finish it some other time. Bye.